Harry, you're on your break right now, aren't you? Do you have a second to talk?
What is it, Sophia? I'm trying to enjoy my lunch break here.
This is important, though.
Just keep it short, okay?
I just got back from my checkup and ultrasound. And I asked the doctors about the gender of the baby.
Oh, was that today? And what did they tell you? Is it a boy as I thought it would be?
Well, they said that it's not 100% confirmed right now, so the doctor said to keep that in mind. But it's most likely a baby girl.
Oh, seriously? A girl? Ugh, I was sure it was gonna be a boy.
Well, I'm just happy if it's a girl, you know?
Well, that's just you. I really wanted it. No, I needed it to be a boy.
How can you say something like that? I know everyone might have a preference, but it's still your child.
What do you mean? What's up with that reaction?
Why are you so disappointed just because your child is going to be a girl? Does it really matter that much?
It matters a lot, you know. You just don't understand anything, do you? You know my family are large landowners, and I'm the oldest son expected to inherit it all. As my wife, you had the duty to give birth to a boy so that I could pass everything on to my oldest son in return. It is very important to me and my family that we had a son. But now you've gone ahead and had a girl instead.
Do you think this is feudal Europe? Why does the oldest child automatically have the right to inherit something? You can say that all you want, but it's not like it's my choice. And anyway, they say it's the male genes that decide the gender of the baby.
What are you even talking about? Who says that? You're just making stuff up.
I mean, that's what's said biologically.
But you're the one who's pregnant, not me. Instead of giving me some bull about what people say biologically, how about you apologize?
What on earth do I have to apologize to you for? I didn't do anything I need to be sorry for.
I'm telling you it's because you're having a girl instead of a boy. Did I not make it clear enough? No matter how you look at it, it is completely your fault that you're gonna give birth to a baby girl.
Instead of worrying so much about whether the baby is a boy or a girl, isn't it more important that the baby is born safely?
What are you going on about? Never mind. This is something I need to discuss with my parents. I have nothing more to say to you about this.
What do you need to discuss with them?
What are we gonna do with a wife like you who doesn't know what she's supposed to do?
What you're gonna do with me? What is that even supposed to mean?
I'll tell you what we decide sometime tomorrow. I'm gonna go straight to my parents' house tonight and talk with them, and I'll stay there tonight as well. Just stay home and do the housework properly until I tell you what we've decided. We decided what is gonna happen with you. We need to get a divorce.
What? What do you mean a divorce? Why? This is coming out of nowhere.
It's not coming out of nowhere. I told you the day before yesterday that we would decide what we need to do with you. If you were able to think like a normal person, you should have realized that divorce would be in the cards.
I'm pretty sure that no one would have thought that divorce was on the cards based on the conversation we had 2 days ago.
See, this is exactly what the problem is with you. Mom and Dad said that they don't need someone like you who won't give birth to a boy. And I fully agree with them. So we all decided unanimously that we would get a divorce, and that is that.
Are you insane? This isn't the 1800s. You're gonna file for divorce just because the baby is a girl?
I know that you were going to be annoying about this, but at the very least, don't worry about money, because we're all going to pay the child support out in one lump sum for you. But to be honest, I think that you're the one in the wrong here, but it's whatever. You should really be thankful that we're making it easy for you and not trying to do anything through court.
This isn't something that you can just throw money at to make it better. This is your own child that you're talking about here.
And so what? I'm the heir of a large estate, and you didn't meet the standards to continue being my wife. You should have played your part better if you wanted to stay in this family. Not just anyone can marry into a family like this, you know?
You're going way too far with this. Do you think that you can just use people and then throw them away when you're done? I'm pregnant with your child. Doesn't that mean anything to you at all?
No, I don't need that baby.
You don't need your own child?
Plus, there is another woman who is pregnant with my child as well.
What? Are you saying that you've been cheating on me as well?
Call it whatever you want. It's not important anymore. What is important is that it looks like she's carrying a boy, unlike you. I don't need to say any more about who is best suited to being my wife between the two of you, do I? So let's hurry up and get this divorce over with so that I can marry her instead.
Fine, I see how it is. I understand everything already.
Finally, you understand your own faults after all.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant that I understand that you have no feelings or warm blood flowing through your veins. That is the only way to explain how you can act this way, you psycho.
Don't you dare talk to me like that.
Oh, shut up already and just bring me the papers to sign. I'll gladly sign them and get away from you now that I know what kind of a person you really are.
You really do have some nerve, don't you?
Huh? I'm fully going along with the idiotic decision that you and your parents decided on, and I'm gonna sign the divorce papers. But you're over there grumbling about it now? Don't you think you're getting a little mixed up?
You are really getting on my nerves now.
Oh, and by the way, make sure you come and get all the stuff from the apartment as soon as you can. If it's not all out within 3 days, I'm throwing it out on the street.
What are you talking about? Obviously, you're the one that's gonna move out of there.
And why would I do that? We got this house from my parents after they moved abroad. It's all in my name.
Wait, what?
You're the one who said yourself that you didn't need it to be in your name because you were going to be moving into your parents' property at some point anyway.
So you didn't change it into my name in the end?
What would the point be in doing that? Make sure you give me back your key as well.
Damn it. I was planning on renting it out once you left. That would have been a nice little bit of extra income for nothing.
You should really change your way of thinking, you know. You're the most selfish person I've probably ever met in my life. At least there's something that didn't go your way.
Whatever, I have a happy life with my new wife and son waiting for me, so I don't care what you say about me. Don't contact me ever again. My lawyers will contact you about the divorce later. Sophia, hi. It's Harry. It's been a while, hasn't it? I can't believe it's already been 5 years since we last spoke. Time really does fly, huh?
What do you want from me?
Yeah, let's get straight to it. I have something really important to talk to you about. I need you to hand over the son that you ended up giving birth to. I'll be the one to take care of him.
What the hell are you talking about? What you said just now is too insane for me to comprehend.
You really are just as stupid as ever, aren't you? I don't know why I expected you to have changed, though. Anyway, what I'm telling you is that I'm gonna be taking care of that baby that you were pregnant with. You know, my son. So just hand him over. He will become the heir of the family after me, after all.
What are you talking about? I told you that the baby was a girl, not a boy.
I don't have time for your lies. It's pointless.
It's not a lie. I have a daughter, not a son. And anyway, didn't your other wife give birth to a son anyway? Why are you coming out of the woodwork like this all of a sudden?
Oh, that'll be a long story to explain, and I don't think it's really that necessary.
Well, I want to hear it so that you can give me a summary of it.
Fine. Look, the child wasn't my son in the end.
What do you mean?
She got pregnant from another man, but tricked me into thinking that it was my child so that we would get married. I ended up getting a DNA test to see if the child really was mine, and he wasn't. That same day, we signed the divorce papers, and she and the child left.
Right. Well, that sucks for you, I guess.
But that's not the end of it either.
There's still more to the story? Sounds like a lot happened to you since we last spoke.
Yeah, a lot happened, and not very much of it was good. Not long after the two of us got divorced, I got really sick with something that I won't go into right now. But to cut a long story short, I got it treated and everything is fine, but as a side effect, I can no longer have kids.
I see. So basically what you're saying is that since now that you can't have any kids anymore, the child that we had together is the only child that can carry on the bloodline that you're so proud of for some reason?
Yep, that is pretty much how it is. So, when can I get my son back? I guess it's better for me just to go and pick him up from yours, right?
I told you already, but I don't have a son. The child that we had together was a girl, like I said before.
No, I know that isn't true. I found out afterwards that there are cases when during the pregnancy the child is expected to be a girl, but in the end, it's a boy. I also reread the text from you that day, and you said that it wasn't fully confirmed that the baby was a girl. It wasn't 100%. So that's what happened, isn't it? In the end, the baby was a boy.
No, it isn't. It doesn't matter what you try to say. The baby was a girl.
Look, I already know the truth. There's no point in trying to lie to me about this, okay?
What are you talking about? I'm not lying about anything.
I told your parents already that I would be taking my child back from you.
What? You went out of your way to even talk to my parents?
Yeah, I wanted to also let them know in advance so that there wouldn't be any dispute about it once they found out later from you. They did say the exact same thing as you, but seriously, like parents, like child, I guess, you are all terrible at lying. I've also already confirmed that the child was a boy, so just cut it out already.
For the love of God, Harry, how many times do I need to tell you that I have a daughter?
Just stop being so selfish already.
I'm the one being selfish? Are you out of your mind?
I guess that it has come to this. Look, I will pay you $100K to just stop lying and give me the boy. I know you must still be mad about what happened, but you can just take this money and get over it.
What? You think this is something else that you can just solve with money?
I know that it's going to be hard for you to work properly living as a single mother, so you probably have been struggling, right? But now you have the chance to get a whole lot of money for doing nothing at all. Don't pass this up and just give the child to me.
I can't give you something that I don't have.
Think about this as an order from your husband. You have no right to refuse this.
I'm not your wife anymore, and you're not my husband. I've told you 100 times, but I'll say it again. The baby we had together was a girl. Should I give you something as proof if you don't believe me?
Proof?
Yeah, I can show you her birth certificate if you want. I don't have any problem with getting to the end of this stupidity.
Her birth certificate? Wait, if you're ready to do that, then are you really telling the truth?
Yeah, not only that, your grandparents can also act as proof of sorts for me.
What do you mean my grandparents? What are you talking about?
They really didn't take it well when they found out how horribly you were treating their own great-grandchild. Didn't you know that?
No, this is the first I'm hearing about any of this.
Well, it didn't really sit well with them in any case. Right after we divorced, they treated me really kindly and helped me get through that difficult time. They even came to visit me in the hospital when I finally gave birth to make sure that everything was okay.
My grandparents were doing things like that? I had no idea.
What I'm saying is that they have met my daughter, so why don't you give them a call now and check? They can finally set this all straight.
I called my grandma and checked with her. You really did give birth to a girl after all.
So you finally believe me now?
But then who was the boy that I saw, huh? And I definitely saw that it was a boy. You were holding him and called him David.
David?
That's obviously a boy's name, isn't it? Or don't tell me that you ended up calling your daughter that.
Oh, I see what happened now.
What is it?
David is the son of my husband.
What? Your husband?
Yeah, my new husband happened to have a little boy that's the same age as my little Celine. Ever since we began living together, I've been looking after David more and more as well, so you must have seen me holding him at one of those times.
Wait, what? You got remarried?
Yeah, both of us had children from previous marriages, but we got married a few months ago and moved in together. You better not say that a daughter is fine and ask me to hand her over.
What?
Celine has been adopted by my husband, so she isn't your child anymore.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
So that's all you had to talk to me about, right?
Hold on just a sec here.
Goodbye, Harry. The day after we spoke, Harry tried to come and see me at the old apartment that we lived in together, but I'd moved out of it when I got remarried, and I'm renting it out at the moment, so he didn't find me there. But he mistook the tenant who was living there for my new husband and began screaming, "Give me back my kid," and getting really aggressive. In the end, the tenant called the police and they had to remove Harry from the premises. After not wanting to have anything to do with his daughter, he suddenly changed his mind once he realized that she was the only progeny that he would ever have. But someone like him isn't qualified to be a father in any way, shape, or form. In the end, all he ever cared about was continuing his family line and would never have really cared for Celine properly, even if we had stayed together. I find it funny that Harry must have seen me somewhere with little David and assumed that he was his son. I can't help but smile a little to myself when I imagine how he must have gotten his hopes up, thinking that he really did have a son to become the family heir after him, to only then have his hopes crushed by his own grandmother. I know that it isn't good to find pleasure in other people's misfortune, but in this case, I think it's okay to make an exception after how Harry treated me and his own baby. In the end, I was lucky that he showed me his true colors rather early, and I was able to meet my new husband, who I know will look after me, Celine, and David and love us with all his heart. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.